marginal efficiency of capital is 5% and rate of interest is 4%, so the entrepreneur will find it profitable to borrow the money at 4% rate of interest and invest in order to get 5% of output. This is nothing but the annual rate of return, the amount of output that is earned when additional units of capital is added. Capital stock is already existing, some capital stock, with that investment expenditure is made, so both together will yield some income, that is nothing but some output is produced. Okay, in the production process what happens, some output is produced. So marginal efficiency of capital is the rate of return earned on the last unit of the capital. So these two have relation in this way. So if marginal efficiency of capital is 5%, rate of interest is 4%, then entrepreneurs will come forward to invest, they borrow money. It is because profit is calculated by what? Revenue minus cost, isn't it? Yes, this cost of borrowing, it is nothing but when rate of interest is higher, cost of borrowing is higher. When rate of interest is lower, cost of borrowing is lower. If it is lesser than the marginal efficiency of capital, entrepreneur can borrow money at 4% rate of interest and invest to get the expected profit. Okay, expected rate of return in the further years. It is because capital has the nature of producing, it can be kept for a longer time. So it yield income for a longer time. Every year it yields some yield is taken out, that is some output is taken out, that output is converted into money terms, we call it yield. Now for example, if the supply price of capital asset is 20,000 and the annual yield is 2,000, then marginal efficiency of capital is equal to 2,000 divided by 20,000 into 100 divided by 1 is equal to 10%. Marginal efficiency of capital is always expressed in percentage. That is why we multiply it by 100. In the same way, 4,000 annual income is earned by investing 40,000 units of capital. So marginal efficiency of capital is equal to 4,000 divided by 40,000 into 100 by 1 is equal to 10%. This is the marginal efficiency of capital. So along with the marginal efficiency of capital, rate of interest plays a major role in investment. Now we will go to rate of interest. This is the relationship between investment and interest. So investment is the function of rate of interest. This rate of interest is an independent variable, investment is a dependent variable. Investment depends upon the rate of interest. If the rate of interest increases from 5% to 8%, what happens to the investment? Investment falls from 100 crores to 80 crores. Is lower the interest rate, higher will be the investment. Higher the rate of interest, lower the investment. There is an inverse relationship between interest rate and investment. So why this inverse relationship? That is because when the rate of interest is higher, okay, cost of borrowing becomes higher. So when cost of borrowing becomes higher, the entrepreneur has to expect more profit out of investing that money. So what happen? Instead what he will do, instead of borrowing at a higher rate of interest, invest and expect a less profit, he can save that money with him. Either he can lend the money for any rate of interest to somebody, or he can buy some financial investments and keep it with him till the time the rate of interest comes down. So why he does not invest, why this fewer investment takes place at a higher rate of interest? It is because of the cost of borrowing at a higher rate of interest. It is because for some time you cannot expect that this rate of interest will come down. So both these things you have to remember, that is rate of interest and expected profitability of the capital. Capital has to earn, if the capital has to earn more than this rate of interest, more than the cost of borrowing, then the investors will go on investing, borrow at a higher rate of interest. Mostly this does not happen. Only when lower interest rate, more investment. Higher rate of interest, fewer investment. Marginal efficiency of capital is the expected profitability of an additional capital asset. So it depends upon two things, that is prospective yield from a capital asset and a supply price of capital. Supply price of capital is nothing but the cost of capital. The rate of return is more and the cost of capital is less, so then it is profitable. Expected profit is higher. So it can be defined as the highest marginal efficiency of capital. It is defined as the highest rate of return on additional units of capital asset. So J.M. Keynes has introduced this term marginal efficiency of capital in the years of 1936. So according to him, marginal efficiency of capital is the rate of discount which makes the expected profitability of the income stream which equals the cost of capital. So what are the three factors on which marginal efficiency of capital depends? It is nothing but cost of capital, expected rate of return and rate of interest. Marginal efficiency of capital is influenced by short run factors as well as long run factors. In the short run factors, we have demand for product, liquid asset, sudden change in income, current rate of investment and optimism and pessimism. See, what is this demand for the product? That is, in future the demand for any particular commodity is going to be higher and the cost of making that commodities, that is cost of capital, is likely to fall. Then more investment will take place. At that time marginal efficiency of capital is higher. For the investment already made, marginal efficiency of capital will be higher if there is a rise in the demand for any particular commodity. Then what is this liquid asset? If the investors keep more working capital with them, so they have more liquid asset, they can buy stocks and shares and keep it with them, that will bring more profit to them in future. So there is a sudden change in the income. Suppose there is a windfall gain occurs, there is a windfall profit occurs. What happens? Investors will have more income in their hands to meet out all the expenditures, even if there is a rise in the prices or in the wages. Marginal efficiency of capital will increase if they have more income in their hands. So current rate of investment in the industry, you know the difference between firms and industry. So in any particular industry, there are more investments have taken place. So what will happen? More investments are there in one particular industry, then marginal efficiency of capital will be lowered. Okay, that is why the investors will calculate what is the current rate of investment in any particular industry. Then if the entrepreneurs have naturally this optimistic, they are optimistic towards the expected rate of return, then naturally marginal efficiency of capital will be higher. If they are pessimistic, marginal efficiency of capital will be lower. These are the long run factors that affect marginal efficiency of capital, that is rate of growth of population. So in one particular area, one particular country, there is a population is going to grow, that means the overall demand for the goods and services will be increased. So what will happen? It will naturally increase the marginal efficiency of capital. It is because more goods are produced, so marginal efficiency of capital will be higher if there are higher rate of growth of population. If rate of growth of population is lower, only when the rate of growth of population is rapid, then you can expect more marginal efficiency of capital. It is very slower, then marginal efficiency of capital is very lower. So technological improvement. If there are innovations and inventions and the technology is improved, higher advanced technology is used, what will happen? Marginal efficiency of capital will be higher. For example, in the introduction of automobiles, okay, due to this, what happened? All the other industries related with these automobiles, like rubber industry, steel industry and the tire industry, everything that has grown, okay, because technology is improved. So many industries have grown. What happens? Nothing but margin efficiency of capital naturally will increase. If profit margin increases, marginal efficiency of capital is higher. And monetary fiscal policy. If the government follows a cheap money policy and there are tax concessions given to the entrepreneurs, okay, you can expect more profit. Profit margin will increase marginal efficiency of capital. Then political environment, if there is a smooth functioning of the government, it's not investment is not going to be affected, so naturally marginal efficiency of capital is higher. There is a peaceful situation arises, okay, law and order is maintained in the country, marginal efficiency of capital is higher. Resource availability, suppose there is abundant supply of abundant supply of natural resources and skilled labor and stock of capital. So skilled labor, stock of capital and abundant supply of natural resources that enhance the marginal efficiency of capital. Marginal efficiency of investment. Marginal efficiency of investment is the expected rate of return when additional investment is made. So when the cost of borrowing is higher, then you cannot expect more projects or investment. Okay, more investment cannot take place. Okay, if the cost of borrowing is less, if the cost of borrowing is less, more investment can take place. So it increases the margin, profit margin. So what happened? Margin efficiency of investment is higher. So this margin efficiency of investment is calculated during specific conditions over a period of time. Marginal efficiency of capital is based on the given supply price for capital. Marginal efficiency of investment is based on the induced change in the price due to the change in the demand for capital. So this margin efficiency of capital is a stock concept, it is a flow concept. When marginal efficiency of capital is calculated, capital stock is taken on x-axis of the diagram. But when marginal efficiency of investment is calculated, the amount of investment is taken on the x-axis of the diagram. Marginal efficiency of capital represents the rate of return on all successive units of capital without regard to existing capital. But when we calculate marginal efficiency of investment, it shows the rate of return on just those units of capital over and above the existing capital stock. Margin efficiency of capital determines the optimum stock of capital at each different levels of interest. Marginal efficiency of investment, it represents the net investment of the economy at each interest levels. That's all, students.